Gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Temilekon Layo and I am a product manager. All right, so what do we do on this channel? We assist entry-level product managers. All of us together, we assist each other. So I decided to start this channel to assist to help product managers. So if you've decided that, oh, I want to be a product manager in my life, yes, you are the right place. You are welcome on board. We love you so much. So yeah, so what we talk about here, we talk about everything product related. We just help you to get started. We hold your hands so that as you transition, you know some simple things about product management, practical things actually about product management. So yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel and happy new month. It's the 6th month in the year 2025. Amazing. Yeah. So all right, so last week we talked about user stories and acceptance criteria. If you've not watched the video, go back and watch that video. You need it. Today we are going to be talking about features. Like, you hear things like features. What is feature self? What is feature self? Okay, so feature, we are going to be talking about it today. So we are going to be talking about from feedback to feature. So now let me explain two scenarios. The first scenario is that you've not built that product. Now you are doing like market analysis. You have an idea of what you want to build, but you want to ask people questions like, oh, we want to build, we notice that these days, then we want to create this solution. What do you think about it? So you are gathering people's feedback from that exercise. That is actually one way of gathering feedback. Or you've already built that application, but now you're trying to iterate on what you've already built. Now you can also still engage your users, even those that are not your users. You can always engage them that, oh, we have this particular feature. We want you to like test it. We want you to see what do you think we can add more to this particular application. So those are the two ways to gather feedback. So am I clear? So from feedback to features, that's what we are going to be talking about today. We are going to be talking how to really listen to your users. Sometimes you are there with them, but you are not even interested in what they are doing. Shay, that's you, but it is a very wrong approach. You need to be involved in what your users are doing. So for example, you just launch this particular feature that your users, they are the one that ask for it. It's not you alone. They are the ones that said, oh, we want color red on this application. Then you decided to put color red there. Now nobody is using it. Does it sound familiar? Of course, it do usually happen. Yeah, it do usually happen. So that's one of the things that we are going to be talking about today. So I saw the stats online. 64% of software features are rarely or never used. But here's the kicker, right? Most of these were built directly from user feedback. So what's really going on? Like, what is wrong? If I'm getting it, maybe they said we should be going to our users to get feedback. I have gone to my users now to get feedback, but then they are not using it. So what is wrong? So we want to really go into it. So today I'm sharing framework that I'm gonna be sharing framework that companies like Slack, Spotify, they've used to turn user complaints into features people actually love. We are going to be talking about them. So yeah, so stick around, don't go anywhere because we are going to be talking about how to be better analyzers of feedback from our users. So, but first, if you are just joining us, go and subscribe. Oh. Go and subscribe. Like right now, I'm serious. Go and subscribe. All right, so let's get into it. What is the problem? Why are the users requesting for this thing that they know they will not use? Why? Users, why are you doing this to us? Why are you hurting us? You are hurting me. So now, let's start with this scenario. You get this email. Hey, can you add a red button to export my data? So when you see something like that, what's your instinct? Like, what's the first thing that you think about? So most developers will think, oh, easy peasy. Should we just put red? Designer, Afana, let me put that. Just design that thing. Sometimes they don't even go back to the front end developer. You will do it. You just put it. I will add a red export button. Simply, that's it. But it is wrong. What if user actually needed better data filtering, not export functionality. So something I've realized is that sometimes, and that's why you're the product manager, to be honest, users cannot explicitly explain or talk about what they want. They need you to understand what they want. They need you to translate that simple English that they are speaking into what they want you to be their mind readers. That's just what I've realized. So here is the issue. Users are incredible at spotting problems, but terrible at designing solutions. Well, that's your JD. It's you, not them. So they tell you what they want, not why they need it. They tell you that this is what we want to. Sometimes they cannot even justify why they want that stuff. And sometimes your stakeholders too, they do it. It's not even those external stakeholders or external users. Sometimes your stakeholder, they do it too. Yes, they are guilty. They are on this table. So now there's three deadly mistakes that we make. The first one is we build what users ask for instead of what they need. That is one of the mistakes that we do make. The second thing is that we listen to the loudest noise, not the most representative ones. Like that person that is sending that customer people, they are not even resting because this particular person has just been this person, they want it because this person is the one raising this issue. Definitely every other person, they want it. No, it's not like that, because the loudest noise is triggering everybody. Doesn't mean that that is what we should do. We ignore the 95% of users who suffer in silence. So that is the third mistake that we make. Is it that person that has loudest, but that's the person that we want to listen to because we feel like that is the voice of the streets? Nope, it is not. Most times it is not. So Slack learned this the hard way. Early users kept demanding email integration, but instead of building email, Slack investigated deeper and discovered users actually wanted better notification management. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Email, better notification management. Like they are so different. But the result is that they built this threading system. If you use Slack, you will see that thread. Like you can create thread on Slack now. Now it is one of their most loved features. But guess what? What if they've gone ahead to do that email? They just took it literally. They didn't even go deeper. So how do we fix this? How do we fix this? So I was able to like develop this six-step framework that we are going to call listen, LISTEN. No, it's not just about hearing what users say. It's about understanding what they actually need. Like, what do these people, what do they even need? It's not that, oh, we want to have wallets on our application. And yes, that is what we want to do. We don't even go deeper. We don't analyze that wallet thing that they said. So now let's get into it. The first one is L, locate the real problem. You need to locate what the real problem is. The I is identify patterns across feedback. The S, you need to separate signal from noise. The T, test assumptions before building. The E, we evaluate impact versus effort. Then the N, we navigate implementation smartly. So each step is really, really crucial, and I'm going to explain them now. First, the L, locate the real problem. Now, what do we mean by locate the real problem? Every feedback contains two things: a problem and a proposed solution. What is your job as the product manager? You need to extract the problem and ignore the solution. I made a video some weeks back where I mentioned some things that I would do better if I'm starting again as a product manager. One thing I've realized is that whenever there is a problem, we are always rushing to look for the solution, right? We don't even want to know deeper about the problem. So one thing as a product manager you should do is extract the problem, ignore that solution. The solution, the customer have said it to you, Abby, but go deeper, know why that problem is there, investigate the why, not just, oh, they told us that this is what they want, that is the solution, but that might not actually be what they want. So do we understand? So my favorite technique is 5 whys. I'm always using this 5 whys. So let's say a user requests bulk edit actions, like, oh, tell me, hi, what's up? I want bulk edit though. I can't be just clicking 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I can't be doing it manually. I want to edit this thing once. Let me just click. and everything under that bucket, it will just check, 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 you get. But you know what? Temi, she will not build bulk edits. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to ask them why. So let's have this conversation. Hi Temi, I need bulk edit for my dashboard. Temi, why? So your user will say, to update multiple items at once. Why? I have to do this every Monday morning. Why every Monday? Her inventory data changes weekly. Why is that a problem? Because manual updates take me 3 hours. Why does it take 3 hours? Because I have to check each item individually. Boom. The real problem isn't missing bulk edits. It is not the missing bulk edits. It is time consuming weekly data reconciliation. And what is the solution? Automated inventory sync, not bulk actions. Do you understand me now? So if I had just gone with it that bulky, hello developer, come what today? You are doing bulk. Our customer, they've given us feedback. They said they want bulk. We start building. It is not really what they want. Now the you need to identify patterns. What do we mean by identify patterns? Individual feedback is like stars. It is beautiful alone, but they only tell a story when connected. I feel like Wale Soyinka now. Give me my accolades, please. So individual feedback is like stars. They are just beautiful alone, but when you put them together, when they are connected, it tells a beautiful story. So yeah. So now let's look for 4 pattern types. I always use this 4 pattern types. The first one is frequency patterns. What complaints keep repeating? This we have 5 features. This one only have one complaint. This one doesn't have anyone. This one has 10 from different users. This one has one, two. This one, two, one. So what's the frequency? Now we know the one with the highest frequency. It is this one. 10. That is frequency pattern. Now, the second one is user segment patterns. So we want to look at enterprise, individual, group, team. Like, do you get? So do enterprise users complain about different things than individuals? You want to understand the segment. Is it that it is this category of people that are having issue and this category of people are not having issue? Presently, I have an issue with CapCut. All those subscriptions that is for standard, they've moved it to pro now and they've increased the price. So you see that I have, so my own issue is now, I think it is it individual? Is it individual? So do you understand? We are able to like put users into segments. Now the third one is journey stage patterns. Where in your app the problems cluster? Is it at the point of logging in? Is it at the point of logging out? If it's an e-commerce application, is it at the point of checking out? Do you get all those things? So those are the things that you want to look out for. Then the fourth one is temporal patterns. Do certain issues spike at specific time? Is it in the middle of the night? I know that there was this day I wanted to get my account statements and I requested, I think in the middle of the night, and I couldn't get it. But guess what? I requested for that statement again at 8 a.m. the following day and I got it. So that type of issue. Imagine if I needed my account statement in the middle of the night, I couldn't get it. So we know that at that point, specific time is middle of the night. Do you understand? Now, tag every piece of feedback by user type, feature area, and pain intensity. So this makes pattern recognition 10 times easier. So you want to know user type. The type of problem I might have on your application might be different from something that my dad might have on your application because we are not of the same age. We don't really, maybe, as, what's the word now? The way we use these applications, they are different. Me, I can adopt that application quickly, but he may not be able to adopt. So we want to put, this user type 60 plus, so this user type Temio 22. Do you get? And feature area, so at what point, where is it happening, and what is the pain intensity? So we want to look at that. So for example, if you notice mobile users consistently mention slow loading, why desktop users, they don't complain about anything? Please don't touch anything on the desktop. It is mobile users that have the problem. So you know that what you want to do is mobile optimization needs. Don't touch your web. Don't touch your desktop. Face that specific user. Do you understand? Now, the S part is separate signal from noise. You need to separate your signal from. So, not all feedback deserves equal attention. Not all feedback deserve equal attention. So, I use feedback hierarchy. I have the top tier, critical mass issues. So, this one is like 30% of users are affected. This one is critical. 30% of your users are turn rate in here, oh, they've ran away. They will leave your application for you. 30% of users already have an issue. So that is like critical. It is top tier. Then we have the second tier. This one is high value customer pain points. It's not as extreme as the first tier, but it is also very important. Then we have the third tier, strategically aligned request. This one, it is just to this particular point. It is not like everywhere. So it is just on this part. It's not like all the application is affected. Then the fourth tier is edge cases. This one is under 5% of users. But see those 5%, if you lose them, OT law. So you need to also consider those ones. Then the bottom tier, this one is personal preferences. Can you do you feel like say your application is a sachet application, either it's just for me, build a something for me alone. Hello, what's going on? So we need to watch out for noise indicators. We need to look for watch out for things like requests for features that already exist. Now it is not the customer's fault, it is not the user's fault, it is you. That is what we call knowledge gap. You didn't When you are doing training, you did not explain it to them very well. Your user manual, you did not explain it very well to them. So it is education problem, not missing feature. That feature is there, but they don't know. So it is a you problem, it is not your user's problem. Then the other part is that hyper specific use cases from single users, they will destroy you for this one. You see those users, they will you for this. So hyper specific use cases from single users. This one, you and see, it can be very aggressive. This particular one can be very very aggressive. Then we have feedback that contradicts your usage data or contradict the vision of your application. You see a banking application, they put food on their application. Like how does it relate? Make it make sense. So it's not, you cannot build one application to serve everybody. You need to choose where you want. Is it fintech? Is it health tech? Is it ed tech? Like you need to know. You cannot put. I saw something on Twitter some hours ago where somebody was saying that, oh, bank applications cannot allow people to credit their betting wallet or something. And I kind of understand it, because really, bank and betting, we are trying to build people's knowledge on how to build wealth. And you know that betting applications is literally destroying people because they cannot even control how they use these applications or something like that. So you can see it now. Like, we can bring up a discussion. There could be an argument surrounding that, but it is just what we're trying to do. Like, you cannot build everything for everyone. So now, let's say add dark mode from 100 users. You get that request from 100 users, like, please add dark mode from different users. 100, they say they want dark mode. Now you now see one person that say, change button color to match my brand, from one user. Please, which one will you do? So it's same category, different priority levels. That user that decided they want color to match their brand, I'll tell them that actually you will pay for the premium. I don't mind. I'll put it for you. It will be premium, and you will be paying monthly for that particular feature. It's simple. So that's what you need to understand. And the T is test assumption. So never build based on interpretations alone. Sometimes, most times, you need to validate first. You don't just do vibes. I'm always saying this, not vibes and inshallah. You need to validate first. So you do user interviews. Don't ask what they want. Ask them to demo their current process. So you don't just say, oh, what do you want? Like, see what they said they want. Let them use it, so that you see what is wrong. Then prototype testing, you need to show mock-ups, you need to watch reaction over words, you need to see them engage in using that particular feature. You also need to take note of behavior analysis. I've spoken about this before. Does their usage data match their feedback? Somebody that has not even opened your application today is saying that something happened. Does their usage match the feedback that they are giving? No. Also, you need to do like A/B testing. So you need to try different approaches with smaller groups. You may not get the feedback from a large group. So if you just put everybody into smaller groups, you're able to like get your feedback, better feedback that way. So I have this interview script, and I just tell them that, oh, you mentioned XYZ is happening. Can you please walk me through the last time this happened? So I want them to log in, test that thing again. I want to see it. Do you get? So what did you try? I'm going to ask them, what would success look like? So if I see that, okay, this thing that they said, okay, it is correct. So I'll ask them, okay, so what do you think success should look like? It's not because as a product manager, I don't know what success should look like, but I want to hear it from their own mouth. They are the one that will really, really be using the application. So I'm trying to understand their word. I'm not just asking them to design solutions for me. So now, there was a time that I had users requesting a faster search. Like they want to, once they click now, it should go. So they wanted a faster search, and the interviews I conducted revealed that they didn't want speed. They wanted relevance, search relevance. That was what they wanted. So it is completely different from what they said they wanted. So a completely different solution is needed. Now let's move to E, evaluate impact versus effort. There is a video I did on prioritization techniques, so you can just check it out. I explain broadly prioritization techniques. So we need to evaluate impact versus efforts. Do you remember our 2 by 2 matrix visualization? Yeah. So if you still remember, yes. So that's what we are just going to talk about. So validated problems still need prioritization. Validated problems, they still need to be prioritized. Which one should go here? Which one should go here? Which one should we need to prioritize them? So don't forget, we have our grid: high impact, low effort. Quick wins, you need to do those ones fast. Don't forget, you need to do them fast. Then if you have high impact, high effort, that's major projects. You cannot just jump into it. You need to plan carefully. And so if you have low impact, low effort, they are nice to have. You can just do them in your spare time, cruising projects. Cruise it very well here. So if you have low impact and high effort, this one, avoid, run away. So you should usually avoid, unless it is strategic. You should usually avoid it. So let's say something like you added keyboard shortcut. That thing that you did, adding the keyboard shortcut, it might actually be low effort, high impact for power users. Do you understand? Low effort, high impact for power users. But if you are building a mobile app, that could be high effort, high impact for user growth. So you need to choose based on your current goals. Do you get that? But if you want to learn more, you can just watch that video on prioritization techniques. Now our end. You need to navigate implementation strategically, smartly. So how you build matters as much as what you build. I know developers will say something like, Omo, that developer that wrote that code, he didn't write it very well. Oh. Then they will not bring another developer. I say, this one, he has pressed control spoil. Oh. They've used beans to write this code. Oh. The code did not write itself. So how you build matters as much as what you build. So you need to start with MVPs. I see people that will say, oh, we need to launch everything. We need to take everything out, everything at once. We need to take it out. I keep saying something that I am pretty sure that even GT Bank, they are still building on star 737 hash. I know star 73 hash started as probably recharge. You want to recharge your phone. Then it moved to sending money from GT Bank to GT Bank. Then it moved to GT Bank to other banks. And that is how it has gone. That is iteration. So you start with MVP. You start with a smaller version. That is what you want to start with. You don't just start with everything. So test with minimal features first. Then second thing, you need to close the loop. Customer said this is what they want to. You need to go back to customer. That customer, this is what you said you want, and this is what we've been able to build. So you should close that loop, ensure that communication is seamless. Do you understand? Then monitor adoption. You want to see that you did not just build, that these people that we build it for, are they using it? So usage metrics beat satisfaction scores. You've done it, Abby. The product manager, you've worked with your team, everything is good, we are done. But hello, are the users really using it? What is the retention rate like? What's the adoption rate like? What's the churn rate like? So you need to measure all those metrics, and you need to stay flexible. If you now reach out to user that this is what you said we should do, and this is what we've done, and they come and tell you that no, don't say you no 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 no. We already, we said we should do something. We already, now you're telling us that you should be flexible. You can just tell them that, you know what, let's see how you use this first, then we can go back and iterate, we can go back and build on this. Don't just say no no no, we cannot, we can never, no, we cannot go, no turn, no, don't say that. So you need to track daily active users of new features, not just do you like this survey. No, they don't like it. They do not like it. So now let's look at this reward success story, and Spotify is our case study. You know Spotify Discover Weekly, right? You know that Discover Weekly. So this is what happened. Users were constantly complaining about not finding new music. So they just keep getting report like, oh, we are not finding new music, we are not finding new music. So now what most companies would have done is they would have built like better search filters. That's what they would have done, right? But Spotify didn't do that. They asked why users could not find new music, and what they got was that search results were overwhelming. Too many choices created paralysis. Users wanted personalized recommendations. Current recommendations felt generic, and people needed created discovery, not more options. Do you see? They were able to listen. Our LISTEN, they were able to listen to users, and those were the things they discovered. So instead of improving search, they built AI powered personalized playlists delivered weekly. It's the same problem, completely different solution. They could have just decided to say, okay, you know what, search filter on the application, but they didn't do that. So now, and what happened was the success metric was that over 40 million users engage with Discover weekly every single week. That's the power of listening to problems, not solution. So if you really want to be a badass product manager, you should focus on problems, not the solution. You should love problems, not just rushing to get your solution. So fine, I have assignments for you this week. I think I'll be doing this. I will give you assignments. Yeah, you will go and be doing it. Yeah. So now, first thing you are going to do for yourself this week, you need to audit your last three features, and for yourself too, Timmy Nikolai. You need to audit your last three features. How many were based on user solutions versus user problems? You need to start tagging feedback. You know, like I said, so you tag feedback, set up a simple system, like very simple system, just probably three, is it rows or columns? Which one is row? No, set up columns. I did columns like this, rows like this. So set up three columns and you just put them, like tag them. Then the third thing I want you to do this week is try the five whys. Ask why. So use it on your next user request. Are you going to do that for me this week? Skinny. Yeah, I heard you. You said yes. So don't forget, what did we talk about today? We talk about listen, locate real problems, identify patterns, separate signal from noise, test assumption, evaluate impact versus effort. And can I get last one loudly? Navigate implementation smartly. So that's what we learned in class today. So if this framework change how you think about user feedback, smash that like button, smash it right now, before I proceed. Have you done it? Good. So smash that like button. Then I want to give you a challenge. Use this framework on one piece of feedback this week and comment below what you discovered. I always read comments and I always respond. So do that this week. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for more product development frameworks that actually work. Remember, your users are handing you gold mine inside every day. Those people are brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You just need to know how to extract the real treasure. So don't forget that they are beautiful. insightful people. So until I see you next week, have a beautiful week. Bye.